happened? What happened to us to bring us here, Daf?
Well,
turn it on.
Blah 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 blah.
A very momentary collapse. Like 1 second, it was like the end of the world, and then the next second, I'm like, I get a phone call. Can we start this podcast?
Well, okay, not the end of the world.
Not the end
but
of the world.
like definitely a
sinkhole of
humbling
sorts.
Experience, to say the least. Getting fired for your first time at 30 years old is obviously...
Imagine, most people get fired way before that. So I feel like the humbling for you is like, probably like super humbling. Because you're like, oh, I thought that I would never, ever in my life, ever get fired.
I thought I was perfect.
But you are. He just can't afford her.
No, it's not even just that, you know, like, it's when it like really takes you by surprise because you didn't see it coming at all. Like, literally, I have a message that I sent my friend, like a voice note that I sent her literally last week, where I was like, she asked me about work and I was like, work's great, like everything's good, you know, whatever. And like, I was totally in that mindset and under the impression that everything was good.
Yeah.
So it was humbling, to say the least. And definitely, like, you know, it hurts the ego and it hurts your feelings, but then that night, I want to say, like the night after that happened, I was like laying in bed and I was just like,
and what?
I'm not gonna go look for another fucking 9 to 5. Excuse me. Nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Listen, you know, my philosophy is I'm making the most amount of money for the least amount of like responsibility possible.
Yeah.
So that's all I care about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I care about my life and sponsoring it. So
yeah,
that is all that it's doing.
And
Daf is eating.
Yes.
Pan-seared halloumi in hot honey with oregano.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Is it good?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
It's delicious.
It's so funny because we're from the Middle East and I've only recently like started to like really get into halloumi.
It's like
It's like eating rubber, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's like rubbery, but in the best way possible. Wait, so the whole concept of this podcast...
Yes, sorry. Is that we're gonna lose our track a lot.
Yeah. Always. But we like bread. We like food. We like cocktails.
We like talking shit.
And we love doing everything together.
Yes, that's my favorite. I feel like, honestly, if I could spend all day doing this and then enjoying it with people that I love, because I feel like often if we're like having like the big parties at mom and dad's, like I love that they love their friends, but they're not my friends. So it's like a little anticlimactic, which is why I've never made a business out of this, because it wouldn't be as fun. I want to share in it. I don't want to make it for other people.
Yeah.
But like the cooking, the hosting, the drinking, the yapping. Which honestly, I feel like recently people have been saying that a lot and it kind of like takes away from it. Like, with all due respect to Charlie XCX, I've been calling myself a brat for the past like 10 years. I've been brat before brat was a thing.
Well, you know.
And I love her and I love that album. But now people keep saying yap and I'm like, I've been yapping. That's all I do.
Tell me something I don't know.
Tell me something I don't know. I've been yapping. Honestly, I feel like there's like pent up yapping because I recently started a new job. And I'm still finding my way.
In an office full of men.
In an office full of men who don't yap. Like, I find myself just like sitting there with my...
They don't want to yap with you? They don't want to like chat?
I feel like, no, they're dudes in finance. Like, they look at me like I'm the secretary, which I'm not. I'm like a higher pay grade from like the business analyst and these little shitheads. I shouldn't be talking shit. I love my job and I love my coworkers. we're gonna scrap that. That's not gonna stay.
Okay, wait. So what did you make for us?
Okay, so we have the
Halloumi.
Spoken about halloumi with the hot honey and fresh oregano, and then we have this. I don't remember if I got grouper or snapper, one of the two. That was marinated ceviche style, but with champagne vinegar, lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper overnight on top of a bed of very thinly shaved fennel with supremed blood oranges, sliced olives. There's shallots in there. There's serrano peppers and fennel fronds. Fronds. And then we also have little boats made of endive. Endive or endive?
Endive.
No, it's endive. With Maple Hill Greek yogurt, please sponsor me. Seasoned with lemon zest and garlic, topped with salmon roe and chives.
I'm getting.
And you should get one of those because it is. I snuck one. It is very good. Yeah.
What's spicy? Garlic?
Garlic.
Fuck yeah. It's delicious. I love. It's salmon roe is probably like my least favorite. And
of the fish eggs?
Yeah.
Really? I could eat that with a spoon.
Because it's a little fishy for me.
But I love the fishiness of that. It's like it pops in your mouth. It's kind of like popping candy, but like salty.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it is like popping candy.
I feel. I wish that all food.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know, because I take it back. I don't wish all food came in that form.
Yeah, not at all, but fuck.
No, but I love that.
Me up, fam. Not ceviche.
Is it good?
Wow.
I was worried about making it the night before, but I also knew that today was going to be like intense and then work and then us just like doing this. So I trusted in it.
I love that. It's fantastic.
Good.
So what made you want to do a podcast?
For those who are not familiar, Daf and I were not always this close. The age gap created some interesting memories, I believe, for both of us. The famous hair straightener saga.
I didn't steal that hair straightener.
No, you left it at somebody's house and then blamed our housekeeper, poor sweet Melba, whom we love.
I don't think I did.
You absolutely did. And we're going to blink out whose house you freaking left it at. But, like, I know this for a fact. This happened over a year without my fucking hair straightener. And I don't even straighten my hair that often.
You used to.
I did. It doesn't matter. So, once upon a time, around 2012, Daf and I moved to Israel at the same time. Myself for school, Daf for
the army. Why'd you pause?
Losing my words. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay.
And at some point in our joint journey, we ended up just spending a lot of time together.
Too much time. In the best way possible.
Rude.
In the best way possible.
And I feel like it was not necessarily making up for lost time. It was just like us both being at a place where we were open to accept each other's love and friendship. And then very shortly after, I told Dav that her and I should go on the Amazing Race together. And she said no. Rude. Because I knew that people would eat that shit up. We have a funny banter. We get along. We are open with each other about
everything,
every topic. We enjoy spending time with each other. We enjoy partying together. We enjoy crying together. We enjoy just like sitting in the same room silently together. And I thought that it would be very funny for other people to experience, because I know that our friends have enjoyed experiencing that. So when you said that, I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's a long story short.
Yeah. So it's been a fucking week. This week has been a year, but in the best way possible. And I think that
you're so the glass half full. I don't know. I really like. I can't.
What?
In what best way? I'm like, I'm so depressed. Life has been hard.
Yeah.
And I think that like you have this like really uplifting vision of things that like you just, I don't know if it's because you don't see another option, but to see things as like, let's make the most of it. I feel like you've always been that way, and I admire that. But where you see a moment to grow, I really sink into it.
I mean, yeah, I think it is like there is no other option, because, well, also like the past year has been really fucking difficult, and like I do think that like I sank a little bit last year, and it like it is what led me to get a job that ultimately like I shouldn't have been in. I needed it to learn, but me kind of like sinking into existential dread in the last year, or like last year, was, you know, it led me to where we are right now, to like this moment. And
I'm not crying. I ate a pepper.
No, it's okay. You can cry.
I am. I am and I'm not. I don't know what's going on. I'm just dealing with everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that like before things got like really, really bad, I had like a spurt of creativity and energy and like desire to grow some sort of like presence online, and really to like push myself. And then things got like really dark and really bad, and the world is on fire, and like
literally.
And I really like sank into that for a while. And then, you know, I started and then like I decided to like pivot, and that pivoting allowed me like some space to pull away from like the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I want for myself, to just have a moment to like just be and not have to worry about like where my income's coming from. And now that I do have to like worry again, you know, so to say, like about where my income's coming from, like I'm now just kind of reevaluating, and kind of like what I was getting at before, like I don't want to go now to another job that
You're saying it like it's a slur.
No, to like another job, or to like another company that also, like, you know, where I stand as far as like fast fashion goes, and like capitalism, and my whole view on like the way that society is. And I don't want to like go work for another company that represents more consumption in that.
Are you saying that we're not going to sell merch at some point?
No, I would love to sell merch.
Capitalism for me, from my pocket.
That's different. That's so different. Merch.
Money me.
Money me. But that's different. Merch is like a limited edition thing. You know, you do it like once a year when you're working for like a company.
Sustainable fabrics. We're gonna have collaborations with like the best in the biz.
Absolutely.
Hi, Taylor Dory.
Prioritizing, the upcycling, reusing fabrics, you already fucking know.
Yeah.
And then working for like, you know, doing something like that isn't aligned with the way that I feel about what, you know, the world should be like, is fucking draining. So.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm just I'm happy to be here.
Me too. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm happy to be in my apartment, even though I look for other apartments all the time. Every day. But for the time being, it does a very good job. I love my pink walls.
I don't know if you could see.
They're pink.
The pink.
I love that Jeff loves being here. Angel.
Jeff will.
An angel on earth.
We got a baby boy.
I think that I've been in like a downward slump for many years that led me to where I am today. In that I've picked it up in the past, like very drastically in the past, like almost exactly 365 days.
Really? You feel like it's only been in the last year?
I feel like it's been mostly in the last year. I think, and it's awful for me to say because those feelings were very coinciding with like a terrible tragedy that like we went through. But October of 2023 was like a massive turning point for my life in that I not chose to leave an industry that I love, but like there was a lot of work behind it, but like that was when it was like culminated into me leaving hospitality and like going into fully believing in I just want to live as much as I possibly can, enjoy myself, make my money, do things that I don't necessarily love to do during the day, but they pay me enough to do everything else that I want and give me the wits to also pick where it is that I work, understand the vibes, and like know that I have a certain freedom to just like go on and do what it is that I need to do and not let it interfere with my actual output. But yes, I think that most of the work that I've done on myself not has happened in the last year, but has come to results in the last year. Me knowing having a clearer vision, not clear vision, clearer vision of what it is that I want, the people that I want to surround myself with, the kind of money that I want to make, the kind of lifestyle that I want to lead, the kind of alcohol that I want to drink, the kind of drugs that I want to do, the kind of walks that I want to take, all of it, every single aspect of my life has become clearer in the past 365 days, essentially since I've moved into this apartment.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I honestly also feel like just you coming back home has been like good for you.
To my mental state, for sure, because there wasn't like an actual like survivalist threat. Like, oh yeah, run to a safe room now. So yeah, I guess in a way, absolutely. That's also work that I was doing there that felt like I was working towards nothing. Like there was no reward for like massive investment that I was putting into things because, and now I can see it clearly, I wasn't as invested as I thought I was.
In what?
In work, in love, in not friendship. I think that I've always been very invested in all of my friendships, but
yeah.
An ex of mine even said, like, the reason why we didn't work out is because I always thought, like, you had one leg out the room. Like, you were always ready to just, like, skip out of town. Like, something is gonna, like, get you to leave. And I think that in my head at the time, I didn't see it that way, and I was very deeply hurt by it. But looking backwards, yes, I absolutely was. And I absolutely did. I left very willingly. And I think it's something that we know because we have lived in other places, and ultimately you're always going to miss someone. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
And I had come to a head on, I would rather miss my friends and hope that we can maintain a friendship. And for the most part, I have. And I love these people like they are my family. But my blood family, I don't want to miss them right now. I don't want to miss you guys.
Yeah.
And we're so lucky that we're so close and that we enjoy spending time with each other and that we want to eat food and talk shit
all day
on camera.
What do we do if we want another drink?
I'm going to go and get some other drink.
Okay.
We can pause this shit.
Shortly, yeah. Yeah, no, it's I think it was very important for me too to just like be closer to the family and to not have to have that distance, especially like as we're getting older, as mom and dad are getting older. Like it's just so important to me to like be able to be close to them.
They're getting old.
They're not getting old. They're not getting old.
They are getting old.
They're getting older. They're not getting old. They're not.
Thankfully,
I see an old person as somebody that's like over 85. They've got Dad's got another 15 years before that happens.
Not even yet.
Exactly.
Soon. I'm gonna plan a fucking massive party for his 70th birthday. He's not gonna know what happened.
We're going on a cruise.
I thought you guys said he wouldn't like that. I said that we should go on a boat.
No. We all agreed. We all said we're going on a cruise for Dad's 70th.
I'm not used to you guys agreeing with me.
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't be ridiculous.
I'm used to either like being the only person with an idea and you guys just following along or not being agreed with.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But
okay.
We all agreed on this.
Okay.
And I think
what did I ask for my birthday? A lobotomy? Yes.
Yes, please. I would love a lobotomy.
I would love a lobotomy.
I would love to just...
Oh my God, prick me like right here.
Just get up in there and fucking scramble it. Scramble it. I want to be walking around just with the dumbest smile on my face and not have a fucking single clue of what is happening.
I bet you I'd be married by now. I should have gotten a lobotomy at like 23.
I bet you, yeah, I probably would have had like fucking 5 kids.
Ew. No, you should have kids. You guys are too cute.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute.
Yeah. But like, you know, like I want kids, obviously, but like it's just... I feel like I'm a child. Like I genuinely...
What am I, a child bride?
I'm a teen mom. If I was to have a child right now, I would be fully a teen mom. How am I supposed to care for another human being?
I feel like...
And it's crazy because all my friends are like so there and I'm like so not.
And you know what's funnier is that out of your friends, I feel like you're very much a caregiver. And I can tell you as much as my experience is, yes, I have definitely cared for you. But not less than that, you have cared for me. How many times was I laying on the couch like, stop, get me a glass of water? Like, the end of the world. And you would just look at me and roll your eyes and get me a glass of water. And that is what a mother does.
Rolls her
Things
eyes.
Begrudgingly, but you do them because of the love in your heart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, the other day when this motherfucker got into a fight with a Doberman, like, who the fuck do you think you are? I was very angry and very disappointed. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I recognize that it's a little twisted that like I have full-blown conversations with this child baby dog, because I do feel like he understands me. But I was like, Jeff, the reason, and mind you, I'm sitting in the front and he's sitting in his little car seat in the back seat, and I'm like, Jeff, the reason why I get so upset with you is because I love you so much and I just can't imagine the world without you. In his car seat.
We need to have a visual of him in his car seat.
We're gonna sure get a photo in here.
We need a visual of Jeff in his car seat.
I have a photo.
And of you, like, disciplining him whilst he is buckled up in his car
I was
seat.
in tears. I wasn't disciplining. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Obviously, my reaction was so intense that the poor neighbor had to come knock on mom and dad's door to make sure that I was okay.
Okay, but you're also like dramatic.
I'm also traumatized, you mean?
Yes.
My
Yes.
dog.
100%. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying in general, you love drama and you react to things
I have no idea what you're talking about.
in a dramatized manner.
I have no idea what you're speaking of.
Look at you right now.
So soft-spoken and
Right. Of
demure.
course. So demure.
I react to things, I feel like, in an appropriate manner.
Sure. Mom doesn't hear you twice and you lose your shit.
Mind your fucking business. Find your space, sit in it, and shut the fuck up. Mom and I, and to that extent, Dad and I, have our own dynamic. Let me remind you that I was with them for a solid 3 years before either one of you guys showed up.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What are you talking
In
about?
life, from 1987 until 1990.
Okay.
I know them longer than you do.
You were... No part of your brain was formed yet.
100% of my brain was formed. I was speaking Spanish and Hebrew by the age of like 1.5.
Well, listen. You peaked.
Okay.
You peaked at 1.5.
I will not react dramatically. So, as an adult living in mom and dad's house up until a year ago, that was both very comforting and simultaneously the most toxic thing that could ever happen. And I think that there has been some, what's the word? Aftershock to the whole situation, because now it's been a year after, and still to this day, you, our brother, and I can be in the same room as mom and dad, and the first person that they'll ask for help from is me. The first person who they'll ask, what are you doing? What is happening? What, for me to like act is me. So I expect that when I speak to them, that they listen to me. And often it's not that they can't hear me, it's that they're focused on something else. So if you're going to expect for me to, yes ma'am, regardless of me not living there just as much as you don't or he doesn't, I expect for them to hear me and be in tune when I speak. And if they're not, that is fine. But don't ask me 3 times on the same exact topic. And if you're in the same room and you're on your phone, you not paying attention is not on me.
Fair.
Thank you. See? Demure. Chill.
Hardly. But I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I just, like, I see them and my heart melts. I think it's probably...
It's not that it doesn't for me. I speak to them all day, every day. We have a group. It's called Number One Child.
I think
Because I'm both the first
me,
and the best.
Sure. Of course.
I didn't
obviously. But I think for me, it's like I have so much guilt for like the fucking shit that I put them through when I was younger. That I'm just like, but also being the youngest, like,
You're
Dad
untouchable.
always joked that like you guys would be in trouble, and I would come up to him and be like, "You're not mad at me, right?"
That wasn't a joke. That was real.
No, but he used
You
to
were
like
definitely,
laugh
like-
at me about it, and
No, I know.
and I still love when they're not mad at me. So like,
They're never mad at you.
no, they can get mad at me.
When was the last time they were mad at you?
I don't give them a reason to get mad at me anymore. What was the last thing that I did that would have warranted them getting mad at me?
I don't know. But I am so... I too, when I see them, my heart melts. I literally speak to them all the time. You think that you and I speak to mom and dad know everything before you do, unless it has to do with like dudes. Men. Yeah, no, I don't. I try not to tell them because then they have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to disappoint because I don't believe in these dudes as much as they would. And like sometimes I wish I could send them like the screenshots from the apps like I sent you. But I feel like they wouldn't get the undertones of like how fucked up it all is. And mind you, I don't even send you all of it.
So who do you send all of it to?
I think Carly and Taylor get the brunt end of the stick on this one.
Well, that's not fucking fair.
I wish all of my friends who are in loving relationships, friends and family, to remain that way because it's not easy.
No. What could you like get on Raya?
I got on Raya.
And
I don't want to fucking pay $20 to match with dudes that live in LA. Like,
oh, you have to pay for it?
You have to pay. And it was just like really transient. I feel like a lot of people get on it and like they don't actually live in Miami, and that's already an issue with Bumble and Hinge. And I'm kind of like, for a while it was kind of funny and fun to just like gather dudes that live elsewhere. Yeah. But I don't want that anymore because I want a 100% like
a local love,
a local be available to me,
yeah, always
and forever. Love Jeff like it's your child kind of love. So yeah, no, so yes, I speak to mom and dad all the time, love them, appreciate them, and yet I am allowed to be a bit critical because I feel like whatever criticism I have towards them, I receive as well. And I feel like that is equal to me being judgmental. Like, if I'm ever judgmental towards anybody, I'm not judgmental towards anybody that I don't care about. So, like, if I'm judgmental towards you, it's because I love you.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. To where, like, I would be, like, really, like, spending my energy on it.
I mean, like, if there's one thing that you, me, and mom love doing, it is sitting in a restaurant and judging everyone around us.
Mom's so loud about it.
Because she can't, like, hear as well.
Because she needs to get her ears cleaned. It's not an age thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am only as judgmental towards others as I am towards myself.
So just know. Just know.
If I told you that you look like shit,
it's because it's so much worse inside.
Oh yeah, truly.
Well, yeah, that's the truth.
Truly.
But that's the truth.
Are you now looking at your toes?
No, I am looking at my toes. I'm so upset. I'm so upset
that you didn't get them done for the podcast.
I've been trying to cover. Also, my toes are fucking freezing because you have it at subarctic temperatures in here.
74 degrees.
Subarctic temperatures.
Literally.
You know how like
this is like, what is it? Efficiency.
No, but this is like, it's different. If the whole entire apartment was set to 74 degrees, it would be nice because my apartment is set to 74 degrees. I have wind at my neck.
All right, fancy girl with her central air conditioning.
Making me sick. Hey, I want another cocktail.
Okay. Oh, it's hard now
because of the subarctic temperature.
From New Orleans.
Nolans?
It's
Cheers.
So freaking good. Cheers. Jeff. Oh my god, that is such a good martini.
Really?
So good.
There's 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of gin, and 1.5 ounces of olive rind.
It is dirtier than I usually like, but you know that bread service martini from Brother's Keeper? That is half vodka, half gin too.
I know.
Delicious.
I know.
That wasn't your favorite.
No, it's like, it's a good martini. It's a good martini.
I know.
I like the martini.
But it's like the show that it
but
comes with.
But my favorite part of the martini is the croissant that comes with it.
So good.
Like, I just, listen. Okay.
I was about to lay down.
I had my time with gin. And it ended very shortly, very quickly. And the reason that it ended is because, you remember when I used to get, like, very flushed from drinking?
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was drinking gin. And I was only drinking gin because I had Invisalign. Because prior to me drinking gin, I would only drink whiskey.
That's right.
And
it needed to be clear.
And the worst whiskey. But I would only drink whiskey, and then I got Invisalign, and I still had to party. So, obviously, as one does. Oh, bless you!
Jeff also thinks it's sub-0 degrees with somebody.
Exactly. I'm not wrong.
No, he has allergies.
And that's when I started drinking only gin and white wine, the two sugariest.
Right, but also, listen, this happened when you were living in Israel for the most part, and the gin that you were drinking is not the gin that you just poured in that beverage, yeah?
Obviously. But when I was just in Vegas, I ordered a Negroni, and literally within like 20 minutes of me within 20 minutes of like me drinking the drink, I already started feeling like super flushed.
Okay, but a Negroni also has like two other components that are heavily sugared. You're talking like gin and sweet vermouth and Campari.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not just the gin.
Whatever.
Because like you didn't react this way when we had the martini at bread service. It's not gin.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't roll your eyes at me, you little bitch.
Maybe it's not the gin.
I don't think it's the gin.
But to be fair,
it might be the gin interacting with other things, but I don't think it's the gin.
Yeah, probably. But to be fair, honestly, like, I'm just a vodka girl through and through. Like,
I used to be. Me liking gin is like a relatively new development.
And then after the gin is when I started only drinking tequila. You remember I drank tequila for like a decade. Only tequila.
I don't know that it's been a decade.
For like...
It's not been a decade.
Almost a decade. I haven't been alive a decade.
Yes, you have.
But no, remember, I'm a child star.
You're a child bride.
And...
Mama's gonna be a momager.
Yeah.
She would never.
No, she literally would never. But then when did I stop drinking tequila?
Did you stop drinking tequila though?
Yeah. Yes, and I'll tell you exactly when. Adam and I went to a birthday party on a yacht, and there was so much tequila and like Clase Azul, like that pretty bottle, which, to be fair, I know it's like a garbage tequila because of like all the people on Instagram that say that it's garbage tequila. No. Adam, and myself, with me it's like a little less surprising, but Adam was drinking it out, like chugging it from the bottle. For me, it was going down.
That doesn't make it good,
like
though.
Water.
Listen, this isn't gonna be a liquor tasting podcast, although we can make it one.
Oh, we can.
We can definitely incorporate.
Definitely make it one.
We're flexible, but
can we bring Jack to be our bartender?
Fuck yes!
Can he be our server?
I actually spoke to him today or yesterday, about going to On the Rocks.
Whatever.
Are you jealous?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
Why are you making plans with people without me?
With
my best friend without me.
It wasn't plans. We said we need to go.
Yeah, you're making plans.
There were no plans made.
No,
we just said we need to go.
That's plans. That's like, oh, like...
Are you under the impression that you wouldn't be invited?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's happened before.
The only other time that I've hung out with Jack without you, you were in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah, I say Toronto like the Torontonians.
Toronto?
Toronto. You don't say Toronto, it's Toronto.
CHRONO. Toronto.
You were in Toronto. I finished a very
actual subarctic
hectic work week. Dinner at mom and dad's where Tommy and Jess brought Leo, and then we went very randomly to Zay.
Yeah. How
For
was
me,
that?
it was randomly. You
How
know
was
why?
that?
Because apparently Tommy and Jess did buy their tickets earlier on. So when I was going to buy it, it was like $90-something. I still bought it because I am YOLOing through life right now. I have a little bit extra money and I'm just like, let's go. We're all about to die.
I'll pay your ticket and I'll pay your ticket.
No, I paid for my own.
And I'll pay my ticket.
They paid for theirs way cheaper.
Parking tickets and concert tickets.
I would pay your parking ticket.
Thank you.
Nobody else's concert tickets. I did buy my friend Jessica and her boyfriend a concert ticket at Zay Zay's next weekend.
For Santa Gold?
No, Sister Sledge.
What's up?
Sister Sledge, it's like disco from the
Fun.
70s. It's on Saturday. Come.
I can't. I'm babysitting a child. Like a newborn baby.
Fichsa, why?
Because...
Fichsa means ew in Hebrew.
Should we do a Hebrew segment?
I think we should. Every once in a while, Daf and I will say things in Hebrew. I feel like we need to have like a glossary.
There have been like a solid 5 times throughout the last, I don't know how long we've been doing this.
Like 45.
That I have had no other word. And then I've gotten stuck and then I've been like...
The thing is with Hebrew is amongst, like, I think like 5 or 6 other languages, it is considered top of like the most efficient languages ever.
Considered an efficient language?
An efficient language because, for example, if in English it would take you 2 words to say bon appetit, which is not even in English, in Hebrew it would take 1 word to say betevon. You are able to get the same message across with less words, which makes it more efficient.
Well, that makes sense because Israelis are very efficient. There's no room to waste the time.
We also have like so many words that are like 1 word.
Yes.
And you're like, so many meanings. Voila. That's not even Hebrew.
Not even. Just adopted. We like to adopt.
Listen, we've been everywhere, so we have to collect.
I'm a citizen of the world.
It's the truth.
No.
Not the world.
Not the world. I'm a citizen of 2 countries.
2.5.
And like...
I feel like it's 2.5. I feel like if we really, really tried, Malay would definitely give us...
You know what I have to say, though?
Out of all citizenships, we have the worst.
The absolute fucking worst... Like...
And what else would you qualify for? Like a Polish one? What the fuck? Who wants that? I'm sorry. I've never been to Poland. I feel like I would actually love it. I love Polish food so much.
I've been to
Poland. And I love vodka.
It was very cold. But, like, I didn't travel around. I just went to concentration camps. But,
I mean, I feel like that's what I would do.
But, it's like going through a hard time, I think, Poland.
Who isn't?
No.
Who isn't going through it?
With like women's rights and like
who isn't?
Yes, you're right. Everybody's fucking going through it.
Everybody's going through it.
Point is, everybody hates Americans. Everybody hates Israelis.
No, not everybody.
And most people hate Argentinians too. Argentinians even aren't considered like Latin by South Americans.
Okay. Everybody hates Americans. Yes, true, valid. I have an American passport. I think that I love America as a country. I think that the population is questionable.
You know, I don't know.
Whatever. We're talking about what I think right now.
Okay.
Israel is obviously very controversial.
Controversial, yes.
Controversial.
Correct.
It's either like vitriol, like just I hate anything that has to do with Israel. And that includes Judaism, which is just like straight up anti-Semitism. Or I love Israel with such vitriol that is like, I only love Israel and Jews, which in turn just becomes kind of like super Islamophobic, which I also just don't connect with.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. So, like, I avoid that conversation with most people because, like...
I don't want to go either
way.
I
don't want to... Hi. It's all fucked up.
I'm Jewish and I'm Israeli. I love Israel. I believe Israel deserves to exist. I also believe that Palestinians should live in dignity. We all should just, like, live in peace. Both sides have terrible fucking governments.
Absolutely.
And a lot of like extremism that is not okay, because extremism as its name is not okay. It's not what should be in place. I shouldn't have to feel like me expressing my love for my country should put me in any danger. I also don't believe that any random person in the Gaza Strip or the West Bank should just die just because they are not Jewish. I also think that like a lot of, for example, we really like let this derail. But this was not the topic for today.
Nothing we have spoken about have been the topic.
We've spoken about our sisterhood.
Sistership. You getting on? Get on. Get on the sistership.
Oh my gosh, this was the name.
Sistership.
Welcome to the sistership.
That's cute.
Hop on. What is it? Get in, bitch. We're going sister shipping.
Get in, bitch. We're getting
shopping.
Cocktails.
No, we know, but like, no, we'll figure it out. So, things are weird and volatile, and everybody is just like so weird about it. And I think that like I specifically myself come from a place that like, yes, I feel a lot. You like to call it dramatic. I like to think that I'm just like very aware of I'm aware of my emotions, and I often get like very upset at people not behaving the way that I know that I would. And I know that very immediately after being upset, I'm very aware of like, mind you, this is all very inward. I know I very rarely like outwardly say like, oh, you fucked up, when in reality nobody fucked up. It's just that like people didn't behave the way that I would behave.
What are you talking about?
Life. I get mad when I don't see just how can you react to one thing in one way and then like to what happens to like Jewish people, Israeli people, whatever, like another.
Yeah, like the dissonance, like people like people being upset at Israel like defending itself, but like bombing different places in Gaza and whatever, and then like not being upset at the fact that like an entire fucking family of teeny tiny little babies who had absolutely nothing to do, all of the people that have died have absolutely nothing to do with this war, and like that to them is like
and mind you, they were very specifically like murdered and abducted by not Hamas, but like by very regular citizens. Day of what happened, like dad's friend whose family was killed was also like wife and husband and their 3 very young children. So like I get really upset about the dissonance and like the people's selective attention.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'm also like constantly like, well, what accounts are they following? What are they listening to? Who are they seeing? And it's funny because most of the actual arguments that I've had, and it's not arguments because most of them just want to like appease me, but are with guys that I date, where I'm like, well, what is your opinion? And they're like, oh, well, I believe that it should be, like, just peace. And I'm like, it's so easy to say that having never been in the region.
Right.
And then, like, well, I just think that, like, senselessly bombing hospitals, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. Obviously, you don't know. Yeah. And then we sit and talk shit at the bar. And I get very heated because I get inundated by this information on a daily basis. And I also recognize that I very much live online, which I probably shouldn't as much. And then they apologize just to get me to shut the fuck up. And so that we could, like, enjoy the rest of our night.
But also, like, listen, like, ultimately, I think that also for me, like, I a while ago stopped paying attention to all of it, which is something that I said to somebody yesterday that, like, tried to have a conversation with me about it. And the reason that I try to stay as disconnected from it as possible is exactly so that, like, I know what I believe in. I don't need to know the daily occurrences.
What do you mean about, like, being disconnected though? Like
I don't follow the news. I have absolutely no idea what's, like, I don't know the daily occurrences. Like, I don't know I only knew about, like, the funeral because, well, I knew about the funeral because everybody was posting it online. I see the things that are being posted online. I don't click into it. I don't read it. I don't follow personally. I unfollowed every, like, news thing on Instagram. I don't personally follow anything that will provide me any kind of news. I have found that for me, the best thing possible for my mental health is being completely delusional. Or it's not even delusional because I'm not delusional. I'm just... I stay away from it. I prefer to be
so you obviously follow me.
Right. And I don't click into anything that you post.
No, but you see what I post.
Yeah.
Okay, so just like I post things, do you have people that you follow
that post on the other side?
Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No. No, but I also, like...
Because I do.
At the start of the war...
And I purposefully do.
Oh, no.
Not on the other side, but
I unfollowed a lot of people, but... Listen,
I don't follow people who are anti-Zionist the same way that I don't follow people who are anti-Palestinians. Like, I follow people who strive for, like, the truth and peace.
Yeah.
People who are not under some, like, weird illusion that, like, there is a thing that is a permanent ceasefire, because in its name a ceasefire is not permanent.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, I follow people that, like, don't, like, hide the fact that, like, there are Palestinians dying, but also that, like, that maybe the children shouldn't be hidden in hospitals where...
Obviously, look,
yeah.
I think, but that's exactly, like, my point, and, like, why I also try to stay away from it is because I feel like, for the most part... Okay. For the most part, let's
wrap this up.
No. Yeah, well, let's wrap this topic up, yes. But, like, we will, how would I say that in English?
Get off the assumption that...
Yes, let's assume that most people are fucking stupid.
That is
right?
That's the scary part of it.
No, for sure. But more so than most people being stupid, I think that most people don't know how to articulate what it is that they are feeling and how it is that they think and view a situation. Like, I think that, as I get older, I realize more and more, not that I'm smarter than other people. I really don't think that I'm smarter than... I think that I'm average. I think that I'm very, very average in how smart I am, but I know that I have a very good way of communicating. I know that I can articulate what it is that I want to get across to, like, the person that I'm trying to, like, say something to. And as I get older, I realize that most people don't have that ability. And I find myself struggling in conversation with people because I'm like, but what are you getting at? And they have a hard time, like, fucking getting to it. You know what I mean? And so I think that with this whole thing, there's just so much miscommunication and people aren't able to articulate what it is that they're trying to say and what they're trying to get at. And
then I hate to say otherwise.
And it is, listen, like, it is what it is. It's a really sad situation. I wish it weren't so, but I also think that, like, it's a matter of time, as everything is, as every war is. It's a matter of time. It'll pass and then it'll come back, because that's how it is. That's how it's always
But I
been.
think that the biggest difference is the availability of information. Like, and the thing is that, like, because of algorithms, because of these, like, all of a sudden oligarchs that we have in the fucking country, people are only being exposed to one certain kind of information, and that is true to both sides. Like, I all of a sudden have people that are, like, fucking propagating, like, Kahanist fucking bullshit, which is straight up racism and terrorism just on the Jewish side. And then I also have people who have unfollowed me and unfriended me because I'm Jewish and Israeli and don't say hi to me. And that is something that, like, I've not purposefully chosen, but I've never, because I'm not a religious person, most of my friends have not been Jewish, so, like, it's also been trying in that sense. I think that a lot of it is not people not knowing how to articulate themselves. I think a lot of it is misinformation, and not necessarily misinformation. Too many people having too many platforms. A lot of fucking people are, like, parroting a person with a fucking phone and a microphone like they are a news source, when in reality they are not. And just, like, not having critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
I think that is the biggest thing. People are fucking stupid.
People are
so yes,
dumb.
I do think that you're
and
smarter.
We're just geniuses.
I don't think we're geniuses. I think that
no, I'm kidding. We're gifted.
We are curious, and thankfully we've also surrounded ourselves with people who are equally as curious and come from other places, and we like to explore other things and familiarize ourselves with things that are unfamiliar to us. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't do that because of lack of resources, because of laziness, because of any other reason that may be.
Ignorance. I think that most people are genuinely ignorant. Also, most people only know what they know, and like, I'm with the school of thought that, like, that, you know, once you're an adult, like, that's your responsibility, whatever. But, like,
not if that's ultimately all you're offered.
Exactly, like, what you know is what you know, and how you grew up is how you grew up, and whoever, and, like, and the older you get, the more deeply rooted you become in your ways and in your, you know, schools of thought. And so people who are, like, closed-minded or ignorant, like, I genuinely, for the most part, like, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, this is just not the person that I'm going to have a conversation with about these things, because I feel like that's the most important
person to have these conversations with.
I just, first of all, like, I think that also as I've gotten older, I've just, like, tried to avoid conflict as much as possible.
It's going.
And
I'm not a
like
confrontational person by any means.
No, you're a very confrontational person. You are one of the most confrontational
with people who I feel comfortable with.
No.
Then with whom?
With everybody.
Who?
With everybody.
Oh my God, you're telling me, like, something really new to me. What do you mean?
You're very confrontational. You have absolutely no problem confronting people and being, like, aggressive.
I don't think that is true at all.
Well, it is. It is. Everybody's scared of you.
What?
Everyone's
What do you mean?
People are scared of you.
Who is people?
Literally everybody that meets you is like, damn, like, she's scary. You're intimidating because you're smart and you're confrontational.
Different, but I don't think that I'm confrontational.
You are confrontational. Okay, I'll explain. You feel comfortable coming up to somebody at your workplace and being like, hey, what the fuck is good? Most people don't feel comfortable doing that. That is confrontational.
No, that is a small boy who thinks that he can disregard me because I'm a woman.
Confrontational.
What do you mean? No, that is me being, like, aware of my capabilities, and this motherfucker talking over me. I literally had to tell him yesterday. I was like, excuse me, I'm still talking.
Right. That is you being confrontational. I am also confrontational.
I think that's...
I can also confront people, and I do confront people, and I have
I don't
learned...
seek it out, though.
I don't think that you're seeking out confrontation. I think that you are just comfortable with it because because you're smart and you have something to say. And so you're not you're not afraid of it. You're not as afraid of it as you think you are, is what I'm trying to say. Because same with me. People are flabbergasted when I come up to them and I'm like, what's good? And you do the same thing to people.
People are scared.
People are scared of you. People say you're scary.
Who is people? I want names.
All kinds of people.
Because some people should be scared of me. But not all. Most people shouldn't be. I'm very nice. I think I'm very sweet. I definitely really... my mind is blown.
I think I'm very sweet.
I cry so much. If you're scared of me, know that I cry all the time. Not about you.
Know that I'm deeply, deeply troubled.
I'm so scarred. I don't cry about you.
I cry about me.
I cry about me. I'm also incredibly self-involved, so like, don't even worry about it.
No.
Half of the time that you think that I'm scary, it's just me thinking like, do I look cute right now?
Okay?
Am I alright? Am I having a panic attack, or is this just like my third martini?
Yeah, but people think you're scary.
Alright, you're gonna pass me on the list later.
But it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
It
shows confidence. It shows.
Oh my god! It's like so fake it till you make it. Because like I feel like my self-esteem is in the fucking dumps. But like,
there's a difference between self-esteem and confidence.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a
self-esteem,
full-blown like fake it till you make it. And I also think that was learned for me because learned. It was a learned behavior.
Okay.
Speaking correctly.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, 100%.
A learned? That
Google
sounds
it,
like,
bitch.
Like something that was said in like the 1800s.
Oh my god, is this me being...
America?
Is this me being confrontational?
Yes.
But I think that I've gotten like my gusto, like my... take care of yourself because nobody else will take care of you unless you do. Mm-hmm. Honestly, fairly recently. Like, this is not something that I've grown up with. I feel like most of my life I was a touch of a doormat.
Okay.
Maybe not with you. I think that maybe I allowed myself to be like more assertive with you specifically.
No, you definitely have become more...
What's the word?
I'm now thinking about what you just said, and I'm like, I don't know. If anything, you've become... It's the opposite, in my opinion.
I think it's
you
towards
used
you.
To be...
I think it is your experience with me.
What? That you are now more confrontational?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. The opposite.
Oh no, I'm saying no. What I'm saying is that like with you specifically is that I used to be more, and now
you're
I'm
more
less.
Sweet, right?
But with strangers,
with other people, you are now 100%. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I do agree that
was a flip. My energy has gone elsewhere.
Right. You used to be a lot more people pleasing.
Right.
And you are now less people pleasing.
Yes.
But I feel like you kind of took it to the other extreme sometimes where you're like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, all right? And you come full force.
I feel like at this point in my life, I just can't really give a fuck what people think about me unless they touch my life in a daily way. Like, why would what you think about me change how I behave or express myself unless you are a person who are a part of my life? People are going to think about you so many different things, you know?
Yeah.
And ultimately, I do feel strongly about the things that I feel strongly about, but also I am very open-minded, and I often play devil's advocate, and I'm very much my Gemini self, both in my Sun and my Venus, and I am open to hearing so many different things, and I can adjust myself. And if I feel like people who I don't get along with, it's because of the energy that I receive from them. Granted.
Has nothing to do with you?
No, it obviously has to do with me. It's like me responding to their energy. Because I feel like I approach most people with like, hey, what's up? Let's do this.
Yes, I agree with you. No, I agree.
No, I made that face because I'm like, if I don't, I would love to hear that.
I agree. You tend to be standoffish.
I think that's like more of a protective thing rather than like a judgmental thing.
No, I'm not saying it's judgmental. I'm just saying that it can be scary to people.
If people are scared of me, just like... No.
And unapproachable. But I think that, like... I forgot what I was saying. What I want to say, though, is that it's crazy to me because I feel like growing up, we were opposites. And I was like a firecracker. I wanted to fight people. Like, I wanted to fight. Physically, I wanted to fight people. I wanted to punch people. I wanted to, like, let my anger out. And now, as an adult, I want nothing but peace. And, like, I don't want anybody. And I don't want anybody to, like, start a fight with me. Whereas you used to be like, please don't confront me. Like, please, like, step away from me. Like, please, like, everything's okay.
I still don't like people touching me.
I'm not talking about, like, physically. But, like, so you used to be a little bit more, like, everything's okay, people-pleasing, kind of like how I said. And now I feel like you are a lot more, like, willing and open to confrontation, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. If anything, like, I think that it's good that you came out of that, like, shell of being afraid of confrontation and, like, being like I just don't want to start any drama. Like, you used to really avoid it. Like, when we had that roommate that I fucking hated. And you used to always tell me, like, you're so comfortable with confrontation. Like, she hates confrontation, whatever. Like, I just don't want to be in the middle of this. And I used to be like, are you fucking kidding me? But around that time is when you were still a little bit more, like, in the people-pleasing era.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. No, it's funny because, like, what was the last Shabbat dinner that Tommy was like, oh, yeah, Aicu was, like, going to fight somebody in the bathroom at Zayzay. And I was like, I wasn't going to fight her. I wanted to hug her.
What?
Okay. We're in line to the bathroom. Okay? And legitimately, if I would have known about that interaction earlier, I really would have just been like, honey. Like, I wouldn't have tried to fight this person. Like, I don't...
Okay, please, give us more
information. We're in line to the bathroom. It is just myself, Tommy, and Leo. Sababa?
Who is such a sweet baby boy.
I love him so much. Love him. He's so much fun.
Baby boy. I'm obsessed
just like
with him.
Vibing, having a good time.
Love.
Delicious, gorgeous boy.
Gorgeous.
Jess and I are like, okay, let's go to the bathroom together. We can make that decision. But it's the four of us standing in line to the never-ending bathroom because literally this relatively large venue has like 3 bathroom stalls.
Literally 3 bathrooms. 4.
Like,
4.
6 if you consider the porta potties in the front.
No,
I don't because it
2 inside, 2 inside and 2 outside.
Ihsa. We get back to like to Israeli glossary. Behind us is a group of girls who is easily 10 years our junior. Right?
So 25.
25-esque.
What I would do to be fucking 25 again.
Oh my god, I was literally so fucking miserable at 25. I want to be like with my body at 25.
Yes.
I want my body at 25.
I was
but like the
so
wisdom
happy at 25
of like 35 and I'm 37.
During COVID. I was 25 years old during COVID.
Ihsa.
I'm going to do a compilation of all the times that we say Ihsa.
So these girls are very drunk and are flabbergasted by the line to the bathroom. When Lior and Jess are in front, because we're also not we're 4 people and it's a narrow space, and Tommy and I are next to us. And she just like shoves her head between Tommy and I. You're like, what's going on? Like, what is up with this line? And we're like, it's just a line. Like, we're gonna get through it as fast as we can. We're relatively quick in the bathroom. And they're like, oh my God, but your guys are gonna be like decent human beings and like get in and out, right? And we're like, I kind of looked at her and I'm like, yes, we're just gonna do our business and come out. Okay? Jess and I go into the stall together. We come out. We wait for Tommy to come out. And he comes out with Lior like a second behind him. And they're like, oh yeah, you guys missed out. We're like, what's up? One of the girls that was with that group was like to Tommy when we walked into the bathroom, what's up with those girls that were being so weird? And the thing is that, like, I still to this point don't understand what the point of that was. I think that these girls are young and they were very drunk. Because, like, besides the fact that Tommy and I look alike, he has, like, a full, like, beard. So, like, if you're wasted, you might not see it. I was leaning my head on him. It didn't seem like this was, like, a random, like... person next to
me. Like, you could tell that you
like, you know that, like,
related,
these people are
like,
together.
Connected in some way, yeah.
So, like, to talk shit about the girls that you're with is odd and not a very...
Maybe she was, like, maybe they were trying to hit on the boys.
That is what I'm thinking, but then it's also, like, very not nice and, like, not cool. So Tommy was like, that's an odd thing for you to say when the girls are my sister and my wife.
And what'd she say?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So when Tommy told me that, and
she was fucked up.
As soon as he said they walked past, I was like, I wish you would have told me that sooner. Not just, I wouldn't have fought her.
But what would you have done? You would have confronted her?
No, if I would have, like, I would have given her a hug.
No.
I think that she needed a hug.
She would have pushed you the fuck off of her. She would have been like, bitch, get off of me.
No.
Yes.
She would have cried in my arms.
No, she would not. No, that child was fucked up. She was going to the bathroom with her friends to do her business. And then she was getting back on that dance floor. She was not looking for a hug.
What dance floor? It was fucking packed.
She was not looking for a hug.
I'm telling you, she would have cried in my arms.
You know what? I love that for you. I hope that happens. I hope for you that, like, the next time
somebody talks shit about me,
some shit like that happens and you come and hug them, they are receptive to that hug and they cry and they feel vulnerable and they want to cry in your arms. Like, I wish nothing more for you. Or
I actually don't.
I wish
I don't want anybody to touch me.
That's not a lot. That's like I don't wish that for you, but that's what you want.
I'm gonna be there twice next week, so good luck for me.
Twice?
Santi Gold and Sister Sledge.
Yeah. I'm not going to Santi Gold.
Why?
I didn't buy tickets.
Do you want a ticket?
I'm alright. I'm going to Argentina.
In a month.
Yeah.
Obviously this will be on the cutting room floor. On Saturday, I'm going to that Mad Arts thing.
Oh, okay.
The blue eyeshadow.
I know that there's something in Mad Arts, but, like, I don't know what.
They're doing a double feature of blue eyeshadow movies.
What does that mean?
Movies where blue eyeshadow is, like, a prominent feature.
Okay.
So it's
like
I Am Christiane F., which was, like, my favorite book growing up. And then Blue Buffalo. I'm going to the first movie. I don't know if I'm able to transfer my ticket afterwards if you and Adam want it. It was literally $5. But I have 2 tickets. And my date and I are not staying for the whole thing.
We have a birthday.
Where?
At our friend's mom's house.
Fun. Jeff, should we introduce Jeff?
Yeah.
This is Jeff. Jeff is a boy.
He's a boy.
I would normally not gender,
No, he's a boy.
but he's such a boy.
No, he's fully a boy.
He gets mad for no reason and then immediately says sorry.
So
He is just a sweet angel. And when we get professional and we have microphones, I'm going to put one right there so you can hear his
just so that we
snore.
can hear his snores. His snores and his deep sighs.
Oh, yeah. This boy feels so much.
Oh, yeah. He feels the most out of all of us. He carries the weight of the world.
He carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. And the only thing that separates him from perfection is the hair loss. But
it keeps growing, so.
it keeps going, so we're gonna just like live it.
So he's a hairy short king.
He is. He is.
All right. Well, one last cheers.
One last cheers. We have so much food left. Can you please take some to Adam? Thank you. Cheers. Ah.